YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm not gonna lie, lads, right? I need to do a bit of a sit-down chat because I honestly don't really know what way I want to go about these videos. Like, obviously, when I was in prep, okay, like I was uploading every second day because there was like changes happening the whole time. But right now, you know, I'm actually 4 weeks post photo shoot like yesterday, so you know we are moving. All right, time is flying. All right, but I want to have a think about what I actually want to do with this channel, okay? Like, it's a Monday morning now and I'm like, right, okay, I'm going out for push. I'm eating my regular foods, but there's not like much changing, do you know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, I can't just like continue to do these updates videos because there's not that much going on, okay? So I definitely think I want to do a few challenges and stuff like that for videos, but I just need to be smart about them as well, man. Like, I don't want to be an idiot as well and like do challenges that will blow my progress. But I also do want to make the videos entertaining, you know? So I need to have a proper think about what I want to do with this channel. As for where this video is going to go, not going to lie, right now, I have no idea, all right? But what I do know is I just got a supplement package, okay? So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a little unboxing for you, all right? So let's see what we got. Right, let's have a look, okay? So I got these supplements from Supplements Direct, I believe. I don't actually know where they're based. I feel like it could be Wexford. I'm not sure, but you know, I ain't sponsored, lads. All right, this stuff hurt in my bank account. Okay, so you know, any reviews or anything that I say, don't think that it's paid. All right, none of this is paid. All right, this is all honest reviews. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay, so as you are aware, all right, if you've been a regular watcher of the channel, you'll know that I'm a big fan of the Ninja Creamy. All right, I use it quite a lot. So me and my housemate Sal. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know Sal, he's very similar to me. We both go to the gym, whatever, all right? But we also both, most of the time, have a Ninja Creamy in the evening, all right? Not every night, but, you know, we do. Now, what we decided to do was buy some new protein sachets to try out. So, I'm gonna run you through the ones we got. So, first up, off the bat, we got carrot cake, okay? Next up, we've got chocolate brownie flavor, okay? Now, I wasn't too pushed on getting this because I already had it, but I'm pretty sure Sal wanted to try it. And I mean, a chocolate ice cream, I ain't complaining, all right? So we got 2 of those. Now, next up, we have raspberry white chocolate. This one's gonna be interesting, lads. Don't think I've ever tried this, but I've heard a lot of people rave on about this. So I'm intrigued, all right? Next up, salted caramel. All right, that's gotta be good, man. There's no way that salted caramel tastes bad, okay? Next up, I think Sal, yeah, we only got one of these because Sal wanted to try it. Red velvet, okay? Now, I'm not a man for a red velvet cake. You know, anytime it might have been left over in the gaff, you know, if the brother or sister was having one, I'd never even dabble, you know? I wouldn't even have a bite. So I was like, well, I'm probably not gonna like the protein. Now, next up, and I wanted to try this, birthday cake, okay? I don't know. I feel like I've heard a good few things about this, so I wanted to try it, all right? So, reviews all coming soon, lads. So, if you haven't already subscribed, come on, man, all right? Now, next up, we have cookie dough. Man, I've tried this. I've tried it in the protein. I've tried it in the oats. Banging, okay? I'm yet to try it as a creamy, but I think that's gonna be what I'd go for first, okay? Because that's gotta be so good. Like, I have the cookies and cream. That's the one I use every night in the creamy. But the cookie dough, like, man, I love a cookie dough ice cream. I love a cookie dough ice cream, boys. So that's gotta be good, all right? Next up, oh, we're coming to the end, man. We are coming to the end, okay? We are finishing things off with jammy biscuit, all right? I'm thinking jammy Dodgers. I love a jammy Dodger, all right? So jammy biscuit. It's gotta be good, man. It's gotta be good, all right? And yeah, the last one is just the second cookie dough sample. So yeah, reviews all coming soon, lads, all right? Now, I'll give you a little update on where I'm at. So I checked in with my coach this morning. Body weight this morning was 71.9 kg. So I've kind of been hovering in and around like 71.5 to kind of 72.5. Now, obviously the odd day I might go above or below that, but the last like 2 weeks, I've literally been in and around that kind of weight. So body weight's pretty much stalled. So we're probably at maintenance food right now, which I'm delighted with, all right? I'm having like, on average, kind of like 1 off plan a week, and then like I might be macro matching a good few meals. Honestly, I'm macro matching like a lot of meals because like, you know, I just usually, like, it's so handy to do, and I'm staying on my calories, so it works perfectly. Like yesterday, say, right, I had like a homemade chicken fillet roll. It was unreal. I got like a bread roll, all right, and then I got like a chicken breast, seasoned it with like chicken seasoning, got 2 medallions, put them in the pan, made them all, and then I like air fried the bread roll before I cooked it, so that it was like, you know, that bread roll texture is just unreal. It's like that crunchy texture. Added in the chicken, added in the bacon medallions, bit of lighter than light mayo. Man, banging. So like doing things like that is so enjoyable, all right? But food-wise, I still am pretty food focused. Food is still on my mind pretty much a lot. Well, not a lot of the time, you know, but I'm definitely thinking about nice food. All right, and even like we went out for an off-plan meal last night, and like, you know, I was pretty full, but I was like, I could still keep eating here, but I didn't, you know, because that would be stupid. But I was definitely like pretty full after the meal, you know, and I can find myself, like, I feel like my appetite is slowly starting to fade. Like the last 4 weeks, man, it has been ravenous. I mean, like, bang, meal, I want food, you know? So I'm definitely getting better with it, but it's still not like where I ideally want it to be, because I'm still quite hungry. But look, that's just all part of it, man. It's all part of it, but I'm definitely feel like I'm slowly pushing away from that, like, I want food all the time, you know, kind of phase. Now, yesterday I went for a little run, so I might leave it up on the screen somewhere, if I remember. But I did a 5K. All right, it was nice. Did it like 4:35 pace, so pretty happy. That was about 80% of my kind of, you know, my max, I want to say. So look, I definitely think a 21-minute 5K is there, and we are going to be pushing for that 20-minute. All right, so you know, and even with that, man, like that's what I'm saying with the vlogs. I don't really know what approach I want to go down. So any advice, honestly, or any, like, you know, videos you want to see, please let me know, because I'm kind of struggling on what I actually want to do with the page. So I'd really appreciate it. Even just comment or message. I don't know if you like the videos or whatever, and you feel like you want to reach out, please do, because, you know, I'm a little bit lost in what I want to do. But look, that's a story for another time. And yeah, cracking into some check-ins now. It's Monday, biggest check-in day of the week. I say biggest. All right, I don't coach that many people. All right, so if you're interested in online coaching, if you want to actually make a change in your physique, reach out to me. All right, because I want to coach more people, and I want to coach you. If you're watching this, I probably want to coach you. I want to help you. So yeah, don't be afraid to reach out for online coaching. Drop a comment or message me on Instagram, whatever. Okay, I'll leave my Instagram on the screen. But yeah, that's the plan. Gonna do some coaching work now, and we'll catch up in a bit. All right, meal one. I feel like I show this on every YouTube video, and you know, this is what, you know, post prep is about. It's about enjoying your meals, and man, I absolutely love my meal one. Like, I literally get excited for it every time I get to have it. All right, it's the protein oats. Full recipes on the Instagram. Go check it out if you want. I might put it on YouTube one day, but honestly, I'm so sick of having to record how to make the oats. All right, I just love just making them and just eating them. All right, so watch a bit of YouTube here. I'm then gonna meet one of the lads for a coffee in Old Barracks. All right, I don't know if anyone's seen those on TikTok, but they do a lot of TikTok videos. And I've gone there before. I had an Americano. It was an amazing Americano, so I'm excited. More than excited to try the flat white. It better be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be class. All right, so that's the plan, and we're off to train push after the coffee, so that'll be good. Quick one, all right? If you see any of your favorite influencers promoting an AI calorie app, please unfollow them immediately, okay, right? I'm not saying this to brag, but like, I do genuinely get like emails off like AI calorie tracking apps, like probably like once a week, asking me to promote them, all right? Now, I never really reply to them. You know, sometimes I think of once or twice I've replied with like asking for the fee to see how much it is, and see how much these people are getting paid. Now, obviously I wouldn't get paid the same as like someone who's really big time, but if you see any influencers promoting them, okay, unfollow them, block them, do whatever you need to do. Do not use AI calorie tracking apps, okay? They're not accurate. Let's say you weigh out like a chicken and rice meal. How does AI know how many like grams of oil you used, okay? If you're just taking a photo of it. It doesn't, okay? Because it's bullshit, it doesn't work, okay? So unfollow all of them, all right? And just follow me, all right? Subscribe. My man. Alright guys, so just got my check-in back off my coach. So what is the plan? So I'm going to Portugal in like, I want to say like 6 weeks. And listen, I don't want to be fat out in Portugal, alright? So the plan is to kind of maintain in and around this kind of level of leanness. Not necessarily this body weight. Like if I gain a kilo or two, that's fine. But like, I don't want to like go into a bulk right now. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to be pretty lean going to Portugal and enjoy Portugal, you know? And if I'm like bulky going out to Portugal, you know, I'll just be bulkier coming back from Portugal, you know what I mean? So trying to be smart in my decisions, but yeah, basically plan is, got a small increase in food. So my food is up now to about 2,800 on my training days and 2,600 on my rest days. So I got 2 squares of dark chocolate added in, which is lovely because I love dark chocolate. If you watched any of the prep vlogs, you will know I absolutely love dark chocolate. So that's a great addition. But yeah, that's pretty much all the adjustments. I might give a bit of a deeper rundown later. But yeah, I'm going to go out now and get this coffee and I'm excited for it. All right, lads. So we've arrived. Okay. Now I'm not going to bring the camera in. All right. But because I don't want to be, I don't want to be that guy. All right. You know, I don't want to be recording in there. But I will let you know how I'm feeling about it afterwards. All right, and I'll keep it honest. All right, if it's not great, I'll say it. All right, now I know it's a bit expensive. All right, but you know, I don't mind paying a bit more for a good coffee. Joe, like in Canada, they were all a $5, so I know it'll be like $5, could be even more. But you know, if it's good coffee, the needs must. All right, guys. So, coffee review. Very, very good. All right. So I got a coffee with David. David's the guy who I lived in Canada with when I was over there for 4 months. One of my really good friends, so it's always good to catch up with him. But it was this like apple scent to it. Oh man, really, really good. Like, it's worth the money. I think it was like $6.50, and like the regular flat white, I think, or the cheapest version of a flat white is like $5.50. So look, it is a bit more expensive, but honestly, I mean, I'd pay it. All right, it was unreal. It was really, really good. So that's the Old Barracks. Yeah, so that's the Old Barracks Cafe. So if you have one near you, I'd highly suggest hitting it up. Very good coffee. But I'm basically going to turn this vlog into a full day of eating. I'm not going to lie. So my next meal I'm going to have at about 2:30, which is just going to be chicken and rice. Pretty standard enough meal. I'm looking forward to showing you that. Not that it's going to be that fucking entertaining, but you know, that's going to be my pre-workout meal. Then we're going to train around 3 o'clock, I want to say. Nah, probably like 3:30. And then we'll show you what we're eating for the rest of the day. So stay tuned, all right? Because we got some meals coming your way. Right, we have made it home and it is now time for the next meal. So I'm cooking up some chicken and rice. Pretty standard, pretty boring meal, but look, it does the job. And especially when it's in and around your kind of pre-workout meal, like you want to be choosing a rice-based carb, or it would be my advice, you know. Like I'd avoid like just slow digesting carbs. You know, you want something to go in fast, give you that kind of energy. Okay, so that's why I'm going with chicken and rice. And what I always add into my chicken and rice is just veggies. Okay, so I will go for the garden peas, all right, so just regular peas. Reason for that is because, you know, it's important to eat your veg. That's pretty much it, all right? It's gonna help with your digestion. It's important to get your micronutrients in, and it makes the meal more tastier. Tastier is the word I should probably be using. Don't ask me why that cloth is hanging up there. We've been trying to dry it, okay? So we were just like, we're throwing it up there. But anyways, right? So that's the meal, chicken, rice, peas, very basic, does the job, and it's pretty tasty, all right? So that's what I'm going with. Now, in the meantime, what I'm gonna do, and if you've been watching the vlogs, you know how we do, all right? So with the chicken and rice, there's not much cooking to it, all right? I literally put it in the air fryer and it cooks. So what I always try and do before and after my meals is just some steps on this home fitness treadmill, or on this, whatever you wanna call it, all right? The stepper, whatever you wanna call it, all right? I'm just gonna plug this in, do a few steps on this. It's just very, very handy to have, all right? Whoa. Alright, so I'm not saying you need one, alright, but they are handy, you know, and if you want to get one, you can use my code, alright, home fitness code SAM10. Like, you don't have to use it, alright, if you don't want it, don't, alright, but if you're gonna get one, you may as well use the code, save yourself a tenner, it's like €150, alright, so get one, alright, they're so handy to have. I literally use it after my oats as well to help my meal digest, so you don't even have to go outside anymore, you can just do steps from your house. And boom, just like that, we have meal number 2. So we have 175 grams of chicken, 100 grams of rice, and about 50 grams of peas. I'm not gonna lie, I don't weigh my peas, alright? Should I? Nah, I probably shouldn't, alright? I was vaguely weighing them on prep, but right now, I ain't that push, man. Alright, I like my peas. I just kind of pour them in. You know, I pour them in from the bag. You know, I don't weigh them. But yeah, this is meal number 2. It's pretty basic, but it works. And, you know, to be honest, I love it. I like chicken and rice. I think it's quite nice. You know, and you might be thinking, he's lying. I'm not lying, alright? When you're on prep, you kind of get a deeper understanding, you know, for kind of like the taste of food, you know? And I know that might sound stupid. I know you're probably thinking, Sam, you're waffling. I'm not, alright? Because if I got this when I was like a week out, man, like I would have like loved it, you know? So right now, it tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and then it's time for the gym. Boys, meal done. That was literally, the time lapse takes 10 seconds, and I finished the meal. Literally when the time lapse ended, so 10 minutes. Watching a bit of George Osborne, alright, keep me entertained. So yeah, going to go and do a few steps now on that treadmill, help this meal digest, and then we are off to the gym. It's about 3 o'clock now, so honestly, it's a bit late to only be getting my second meal in, finishing by 3 o'clock. But look, all will be well. Looking forward to training out. Big push day on the cards. So yeah, talk to you in a bit. Alright guys, what's going on? So I said I'd give a little voiceover for this this training part of this video, because obviously this is a full day of eating, but as well I know I'd like to think a few of you might have been watching my kind of photo shoot journey, you know, and training is a very big aspect for me, so I want to kind of give a brief, or like I suppose, and in depth to some degree, idea of where my training is at. So training split is literally the exact same, except I have changed from 5 days a week to 4 days a week for the next month. Okay, so I'm doing a month-long pop-up with my internship. Okay, so I'm working with a vintage clothing company, and that month-long pop-up is going to be pretty full on, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to be working Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, definitely, and then probably a midweek day. So, you know, the best thing to do was to taper back from 5 sessions a week to 4 sessions a week. But in saying that, this being my first week that I have done the 4 days a week, I absolutely loved it, to be honest. Okay, so I'm probably running as well 1 day a week, so it's kind of 5 days of training. And to be honest, I needed the recovery. Like, even I trained there Monday, Tuesday, and I went in Wednesday, which was yesterday, for a sauna, and I was like, I actually couldn't imagine having to come back in to train. So like, the 2 days and then 1 day off is really, really suiting me right now. And it's so nice going into the gym, just being like, right, fuck it, we're sending it. Do you know what I mean? Because I have that extra food, and like, I have the logbook with me in the gym. I'm logging every set. I'm like, right, okay, I've more food in me now. There's no reason I shouldn't progress. And honestly, this is one of the best groups I've been in with training. Like, I am fucking loving it. Like, I can't even express. I really, really am. You know, now I sent this video over to my coach, and after looking back at it, my grip is definitely a bit too close. I don't know what's going on here. I'm doing the shakes, but yeah, like I was saying, my grip is a little bit too close there. As you can see, big smile on my face though, because I did progress by 1. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to widen my grip a small bit on the next set, and even, or the next time I do it, and even looking at my physique, like, my triceps are probably a bit stronger than my chest, so I don't want them taking over on my presses. So I am going to widen my grip a small bit for the next time I do that incline press. But yeah, things are just really flying at the moment, lads. I'm really, really loving it. Like, there's not actually much to run through. Like, we're going in here to a pec deck. This was my upper body session, I want to say, or was it push? Never mind, it was push. But the upper body session does take a good bit of time, and I'm going to be doing that on the Friday. So right now, the way I'm training, I'm doing push on a Monday, density / pull on a Tuesday. The density session now is only like an adductor and a hip extension, so more so kind of like a pull session. And then I'm going to be resting on the Wednesday, and then I'm in for legs on the Thursday, and then upper on the Friday. So that's the split I'm going to be running for the foreseeable. So yeah, you can enjoy me looking like I'm about to shit myself here. Oh, I'm also going to include a little physique update. So yes, I am aware this is vertical. Apologies, I took it on my phone. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I kind of realized I didn't give an update on my YouTube, and there's no point in just constantly hiding my physique. As much as I might struggle with body dysmorphia, this is where I'm at. So yeah, I suppose I'll let the rest of the video continue from here. Alright, so just wrapped up a few check-ins. I think I've done 6 today. So that's a good bit of work done, so I'm happy with that. It is now time for pre-workout, okay? So pre-workout is in. I don't know what I'm trying to show you. Let me show you the pre I'm using though. Well, I say the pre, it's actually a pump. So this is the GOAT. If you're looking for anyone, alright, ABE, I would highly recommend. I'm actually just about out now, so I need to top up. And then I also have that with a scoop of creatine. Alright guys, so we've just made it home from the gym. I'm now sitting home to have my post-workout meal. Oh my god, which I nearly just emptied. So we have 50 grams of Chocos, 50 grams of Cocoa Pops, so it's like 100 grams of cereal, right? So 100 grams of Cocoa Pops. And then in that, or what I'll be mixing into that, is 30 grams of whey, 300 ml of almond milk, and I literally just pour it in, just like so. This is probably one of my favorite meals. This is so good, man. And the Oreo, oh my god, overload. The Oreo whey goes so well with this. So yeah, gonna eat this now, watch a little YouTube video. And yeah, what a session, man. Those gym sessions, they are hitting right now. I'm absolutely loving them. Just everything feeling really good. Logging every single exercise, you know, progressing it week on week, going into every set, being like, right, these are my numbers. I know I can beat these, you know, and just knowing that I'm getting stronger, man. I love it. Training right now. Just hitting the spot. So yeah, I'm gonna tuck into this meal now before the Cocoa Pops go soggy, because there's nothing worse than that. And enjoy a little YouTube video. With this meal, I'm also having a banana. I forgot to mention, that was one of the adjustments Keen made to the plan. So I now get a banana, and he also added in the 2 squares of dark chocolate. But right now, I'm gonna enjoy this goddamn banana. Now, just to clear up as well, I'm supposed to have like 300 grams of pineapple throughout the day, which is in and around about 100 calories, maybe just above, about 110. But what I did was instead, and what I've been doing is just been having a banana. So say today, I just had 2 bananas. And look, is that extremely optimal? Maybe not, but man, I just really, I'm liking bananas. I'm just gonna say it how it is, all right? Bananas, they've just been hitting the spot. I think it's because I was allowed 1 on my rest day during prep, and I was like savoring it. I was like, oh my God, this is class. You know, so now that, you know, I can have a bit more flexibility, I've just been swapping out the 300 grams of pineapple for 1 banana. So when you see the total macros at the end of the day, just know that, you know, it's not 300 grams of pineapple, all right? It's 1 banana. All right, so I'm gonna have those 2 squares of dark chocolate now. That I have really wanted. So I've been waiting for this. All right, now this is the goated dark chocolate. All right, I have it in my oats every morning. It's the salted caramel. You can get it in an Aldi. Now the only thing is, I only have 1 bar left, and I went into Aldi today to get more, and they're out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, because I don't like any other dark chocolate. All right, so I'm gonna eat this now and enjoy it. All right. Now I'm not going to show you me eating the dark chocolate, all right, because that's just, nobody needs to see that, all right, but just know I'm going to enjoy this, and I also have a good bit of client work to do. So Monday, like I said, busier day for check-in, so I'm going to try to do as many as I can now for the evening time. Then I have to edit a YouTube video. So yeah, exciting evening ahead. All right, boys, so second last meal. It's about 8:30. We're just going to make this and have it when I'm watching Love Island, but in this we have 300 grams of homemade chips. I say homemade chips, I mean they're baby potatoes diced up, but I'm also going to be throwing on some of this chip seasoning, which I got in Dunnes Stores. Really, really nice. I would recommend. Bit spendy, it's like €3 compared to like the Aldi seasonings, but really good. So yeah, going to make like homemade chips and a beef burger and macro match it to my chicken and rice meal on the meal plan. So yeah, that's one of the beauties about being done photo shoot prep. I can do this stuff now. So I'll show you the final meal when it's done, but I'm excited for this. So let me show you the burgers I went for. So they're these ones, just got them in Aldi, all right? They were just on offer, to be honest, all right? And then what I have is burgers cooking with 2, whoa, bring this down. So the burger is cooking. We've got 2 bacon medallions and some onions. And then I also have homemade chips in the air fryer. Boys, I'm buzzing for this meal. I actually can't wait. Right, excuse my eyes. They're absolutely dying from the onions. But here we have the next meal. I've got the homemade chips, beef burger with some lighter than light mayo, 2 medallions, one of these twisted fruits, 0 sugar. Saw it on Aldi, decided to pick it up. So yeah, happy days. Looks absolutely unreal. So I'm going to tuck into this now. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be lovely. Alright guys, you know the drill. The last meal going in, so I have the Ninja Creamy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, in this as well, I actually have 2 cookies. So I don't really track them because they literally stay consistent every single night. So it probably means I'm eating like 90 calories more than I should be at the end of every day. But look, I'm not gonna lie. They taste so good, they make it so much better. And after 18 weeks of doing photo shoot prep, I'm gonna allow myself to have 2 cookies every day. All right, so yeah, I'll show you this now when it's done. Show you what we are working with. Boom, the Ninja Creamy is in. And of course, I'll give you a little taste test before I go back out to watch Love Island. There we go. Oh, man, it is so much better with the Oreos. God damn. I'm going to enjoy this and watch a bit of Love Island. Guys, so it is about 10:30 now, and I'm going to run you through the final macros. So total calories are 2,852. Now I think it actually is a little bit less than that. I think it's about 2,800. That's including the 2 cookies that I had, by the way. I decided to just throw them into my Fitness Pal to get the actual macros. But the dark chocolate I have on my Fitness Pal is a little bit more calories than the one that I'm actually eating. So I think that might be a little bit wrong, but it's in and around that kind of bracket. Like I said, like most days for me are just the meal plan. You know, like on that meal plan, I can see every single meal. So I literally stuck bang on to the meal plan today, except I macro matched the chicken and rice meal to the homemade beef burger. Okay, so like I'm not really tracking calories. I'm only tracking them today for the video, but I'm not really tracking them. Like most days for me, it's eating the exact same foods. Like say tomorrow's a training day, I'm probably gonna have the exact same foods. I'm definitely gonna have the oats, probably the chicken and rice, and then I might just have maybe like a chicken burger and homemade chips instead of chicken and rice, and then I'll still have my Cocoa Pops and my Ninja Creamy, you know? Like these are all meals that just suit me really well and that I really, really enjoy. So that's why the meal plan is so handy and works so well. So yeah, like I said, the total calories are in and around 2,800 to 2,820, maybe 30 is what I want to say. So yeah, that's where I'm going to round this video off here. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please, please, please subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next video.